Siridhanya doesn't consume any natural resource. It requires just 4 rains and then wonderful food is ready for us. And all the other food materials that we are consuming presently is consuming the nature itself. And that is the result. We are not going to have water in future. There is no water. In next 10 years, there will be no water to even drink. Then where are you going to produce these huge amounts of rice and wheat and eggs and chicken and meat, which requires, a kilo requires 50,000 liters of water. A kilo of sugar requires 28,000 liters of water. So just translate that into Siridhanya. If say approximately 30,000 liters you require to produce 1 kilo sugar, you require 300 liters. What does that indicate? We can produce 30,000 divided by 300. 100 kilos of Siridhanya. Just imagine 1 kilo of sugar can give you 100 kilos of Siridhanya. And each kilo of Siridhanya, if you soak well and cook, can be consumed by 10 people. That means the water parameter alone tells you how bad we are at environmental economics. So if you can produce 1 kilo of sugar, 100 people will drink 100 coffees, finished. And you get sick. That's a separate issue. And now we have, out of that 1 kilo sugar, we can make 100 kilos of Siridhanya, and 100 kilos can be consumed by 1,000 people. That means 1 kilo sugar, we have used that much water, which is equal to 1,000 people's healthy food. See the equation? How drastic it is? And then 1 kilo sugar has created at least 1 diabetic patient. Am I right? And we are producing, India alone is producing right now per year 48 lakh tons of sugar. Can you believe the amount of water that we are consuming? And you see why there is not going to be any water? In fact, we have dried up the rivers. We have dried up the underground water. And if you now think of meat, each kilo meat has 50,000 liters water. So approximately you are talking of 160 kilos of Siridhanya with reference to 1 kilo meat. And you see the number of meals that you can produce like this. So this is beyond health. Siridhanya, apart from giving you health, what is it going to solve for us, for the human race in the future? The water crisis. And if there is anything in this world that can save the human race from the water crisis, it is Siridhanya and Siridhanya alone, nothing else. Nothing else can save the human race out of water crisis. So if Siridhanya is our main staple food, all this huge, humongous amount of water is released for the rivers to flow back, for the coffee estates, for the tea estates, for the sugar estates, completely disappearing. Just visualize all the forests coming back. So now when you look this way, that there is no coffee, there is no tea, there is no sugar, how much water we are saving. So what is the alternative? We have already figured out all the alternatives. Gongura is our alternative, tulasi is our alternative, neem leaves are our alternative, Tinospora is our alternative, ruta is our alternative. Everything that just can grow by itself, with the water that you can wash your legs, can make you all these wonderful kashayas. This is what is called decentralizing. And this is what is called consuming. This is what is called conserving. So Siridhanya is slowly paving way for the human race to embrace a conserving culture and leaving this consuming culture. And that's why I titled this talk Siridhanya Beyond Health. Health is given. No discussions now. Say if I were to say 10, 15 years back, Siridhanya given health, no one would have accepted. But then we have traveled enough. Enough number of people on this planet now have gained health. It may not be 70%, but enough number for me to talk confidently that if human race embraces Siridhanya as staple food, I am 100% sure once in 6 months we can start closing down the hospitals step by step. And then if we embrace the kashaya, another 25% of the hospitals will start closing down. And I have also clearly established 7 kashayas for us to keep away from all these viral diseases that can hit us without warning, like H5N1, Jinka, Nipah, all these kinds of instant diseases. I call them instant diseases. Sankramika rogagalu. It can spread in no time. Infectious diseases. So only this conserving culture can provide a wonderful sheath for the human race not to be affected by these infectious diseases. And the 7 kashayas, again I will tell you, Garika, that is called Bermuda grass in English, Tulasi, Osimum, Amrutaballi, Tinospora, Bilva, Egale, Honge, Pongamia, Bevu, Ajadaricta, people, Ravia, Arali, Ficus religiosa. These 7 in the same order. You take once a week, that is Bermuda grass kashaya for a week, Osimum for a week, Tinospora, Amrutaballi for a week, Egale, Bilva for a week, Pongamia for a week, Ajadaricta, Bevu for a week, Neem, people, Arali, Ficus religiosa for a week, continuously in the same order. You will have no fear of any of these infectious diseases. Period. Simple, straightforward. Starting from 1-year-old to, if 108-year-old old man can also get the benefit. Very simple, very easy, no one need to buy anything. Everything is available in our local areas. Even apartments in big cities like this can have their roof gardens decked up with this. And in fact, Sridhar Murthy promised me that he would bring all these plants and display in his restaurant next 10 to 15 days. So people can see the plants themselves and then maybe have a small nursery, you can take them back and start growing in your houses. They will grow anywhere, no problem. You just have to pour water that you are going to throw in your kitchen, put it there in that plant. This is what is called conserving culture. And if you all stop coffee, tea, shift to kashayas culture, see the wonderful benefits for your body, for your environment. And this is beyond health. This is beyond health. And this is the point I wanted to drive home, because many of my lectures I keep rambling for this disease, this, and then the whole group of people say, I have this disease, I have this disease, I have this disease, and then I keep telling this, and the time gets over. We wanted just a half an hour to 1 hour time for the people to recognize the immense benefits that the human race has in store if human race embraces this conserving culture. It's not just Indians, it's not just Americans, it's not just New Zealanders, anyone. Any human conglomeration can start practicing these principles, then the whole planet will be a better place to live for the future generations. Are you with me? Are you with me in this? Yes. Just close your eyes and think of these situations. And it gives me immense satisfaction and pleasure that we can dream of these things in a time where there is so much sickness around us. We have found a way, we have found a path, we have found simple methods to transit from this complicated, complex, unlivable conditions to a livable, wonderful, healthy and greening, real greening of the planet can happen only when we change our food. Many environmental groups, many intellectuals are saying we have to green the planet, we have to green the planet because we have been cutting the trees. But that's not the right way to look at it. Okay, we green the planet. Imagine all of the human race stops doing everything from tomorrow and greens the planet. We'll keep growing trees everywhere, nothing else we do. In 10 years we'll grow all the trees. But then it will not take more than 30 years for us to be in the same condition. If we don't change rice, wheat, sugar, coffee, tea, meat and eggs. You understand this point? So the real greening of the planet happens when you change the food, that food material that we are eating. And this connection is very important for everyone to understand. So you cannot say, I have planted 100 trees and then come back home and eat omelette, burger, McDonald's, drink Pepsi, drink coffee day coffee. Nothing is going to change. And that is the problem with the present day consuming culture. So you may plant 100 or 1,000 or even 10,000 or 1 lakh trees, but they are all going to be cut by you only. If not now, in another 10. Because we had just 50 years ago. Many more trees than all of us can do in the next 10 years. We had wonderful forests just 50 years ago. We had more trees than ever you can imagine. You can imagine to build or grow. Why are we now in this state? It is because the way we ate our food in the last 50 years. As simple as this. And I want to drive this point home into this small gathering so that you can help me to drive this point into others' heads. And this is the most difficult problem. So a lot of money is being spent. Oh, green this place, oh, blah, 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 blah. But that's not going to solve our problem. People get angry when I say that. Because they are not seeing beyond that. We have destroyed forests. Not destroyed, if there is any better word. We have just decimated. Just 50 years. It took thousands of years for the nature to build them. We just decimated this forest in just last 50 years. Can you believe this damage that we have done? It's all because of the food culture that we have generated in the last 50 years. This has to change. And let the beginning be Karnataka, and that's what has happened, and it is happening. So 20 years back, I came back from America to see if I can start this. And I believe I am, if not completely successful, the first few steps of success are being built. Though it took 10 to 15 years for this concept to gain momentum in Karnataka, and as Sridhar put it, Andhra and Telangana people are taking it further, but they are taking it further with the confidence that Karnataka has given them. Imagine if I were to start in Andhra and Telangana, it would take the same 10-15 years. So, don't underestimate what Karnataka has done for this wonderful, healthy sojourn that human race has begun. So, it may look somber and Karnataka is doing slowly, but it has been the foundation. And what happens once you start building the walls, the foundation is not seen. And that's what it is, Karnataka. So people may say, oh, Karnataka, nothing is happening. No, everything has happened already. It has built the foundation. Now, the walls and the building and all the decorations will go on. So, I am ever thankful to the Karnataka because this is where the whole thing is built. Maybe we are not now running. We cannot run. We are now standing below the ground. And it will be so. And the foundation will become stronger and stronger as the building is built higher and higher. And this is what I wanted to communicate in short. We are looking at this kind of transformation. And the transcribing codes are built on tooth powder, on kashaya, on SIRIDHANYA, on ghana oil, on tati bellam. These 5. units are going to build the future human race health systems. These 5: tooth powder, activated charcoal, ghana oils, Siridhanya, what else I told? Kashaya, Tatibel. So if locally the villages can produce these 5 items, each and every village in a matter of year can earn how much money do you know? If I calculate, just say toothpaste, 1,000 families a village per month, even if you say 200 grams toothpaste per month, 1,000 into each 200 grams toothpaste, how much is at present cost? 80 rupees. Okay, 100 rupees just for calculations. 1,000 into 100 rupees per month. Per month, 1 lakh. 12 months, 12 lakhs. Just toothpaste. Now come to coffee, tea. 1,000 families. Coffee, tea powder, milk, sugar. Per month, each family, 2,000 rupees. So 24 lakhs per year. Now I'm actually calculating at the least. 12 lakhs plus 24 lakhs, 36 lakhs. Now rice or wheat per month, each family 3,000 to 4,000 rupees, 3,000 we'll put. So 72 lakhs, 24, 3,000, 36 lakhs. That is the least. 36 lakhs. So 36, 24 plus 12. Now sugar, Tatibellam will come in. Now oils. Each family per liter, just say 1 liter per month, no, 2 liters, 3 liters. So 300 per month, so 12 months, 36, 3,600, approximately 4,000 rupees per family. So 4,000, 12 months, again 36 plus 12, 48 lakhs. So 48, 36, 24, 12, 1 crore 20 lakhs. A small village of 1,000 people can save in a year 1 crore 20 lakhs. This is the least. And then calculate the amount of money that goes into the hospitals. From 1,000, now the present day, each family in a village is spending minimum of 2,000 rupees to the doctors and pharmaceutical companies. Am I right? That's all going to stop. Another 24 lakhs. And then if you start calculating the carbon footprint from the transportation of all these things going up and down, that actually I have calculated, it comes to 48 lakhs. Just transportation of these materials. So we have reached 2 crores. So 2 crores per year, a small village of 1,000 people. Now how many villages we have? 5,81,000 villages. And even if you think it is the least 1,000 people, what is the budget you are looking at? See, this all the money is lost by these villages nowadays. Now. So if we shift from this consuming culture to conserving culture, all that money is in the village. So it's not just health, it is not just the environment. Whatever economists you want to bring in, bring in. Can they write these numbers? It's mind-boggling, am I right? So if we can all think of doing this transition, it is the economic model is going to be kaput in front of this ecological model. Am I right? That's why I keep telling this economic model is nothing when we embrace this ecological model. So, ecological model can include the economic model, but other way around is not going to happen at all, and we have proof now. Am I right? If all young boys and girls who have come here, if they understand this, I am the happiest man. Because all these old fellows is no use. We are the fellows who did this. We are the fellows who transited from an ecological model to economic model. So, what can we do? We only can spoil it more and more. So, I want the young generation to listen to this. I have not done exact numbers. This is just a sample of what is what and what is not. And all these so-called computer software engineers can sit and crunch their numbers and then present in Excel spreadsheets and PowerPoint presentations, and all that can be done. And I want that to be done, actually. Let this presentation, whatever you call, be the beginning of all this that can happen to the human race. And it will happen. And it should happen. There is no other model right now, till now. No human being on this planet has dreamt of this model till today. And I want to claim the credit for that. Happily, I also want to tell people, we have been able to, in the last 1 year, that I have been not talking in Kannada, speaking in Telugu, here and there blurting out in English. We have had the good opportunity of finding solution to SLE, multiple sclerosis, some muscular dystrophy patients. Lot of healing effects have been registered in the last 2 years. So we are coming up with a table of food, kashayas, and what are the oils that is to be consumed. In another 10-15 days we are going to release a PDF both in Kannada and English. That job is done in Telugu already. Telugu PDF is available on the net. We are going to add some more things and release the PDF for various diseases, and it is going to include for SLE, IBS, and of course the first table for cancer is released in Kannada only, and inclusive of all these various conditions, we are going to bring out another booklet soon in a matter of 10 to 15 days, both in English and Kannada. And I am also happy to announce that a small booklet in Tamil has also been released on PDF. 2 books are there presently on Tamil, and we are also working on Bengali, Marathi, Hindi. All these languages are translating the books that we have provided for in Kannada and Telugu. It's going to happen in the next few months. And also, I am also very happy to say that from various other parts of the globe, people have been inquiring, and many doctors, non-Indians also, have been looking into this food systems and the principles of getting better. So, the word is spreading. And once we gather momentum, the world will change. The momentum There is a snowball effect we call. The snowball will be very small in the early stage. It may take long time, but then once it gathers the momentum, the transition will happen. It will just flip over. Has anybody watched a pumpkin grow? Has anybody watched a bottle gourd grow? No. It looks, the pumpkin is this much. And you keep watching daily. It will be that much, this much, this much, this much only. After 30, 40 days, it will be still this much only. After 2 days you go and watch, it will be this big. We don't know how it happens, but it happens. And that is nature's beauty. And I think now all of you are feeling that you should grow a pumpkin and then watch how it grows. Alright? In fact, that has been my dream. Though I have grown a lot of things. My grandmother used to tell me that the real pleasure of growing things, growing these plants, you will find only in growing pumpkin, she used to say. I never understood why she was telling that. Only recently, just oka 6 నెలలైందా, we happened to grow bottle gourd, sorakai. I had the blessing of God to watch this happen. I wish I had brought that sorakai. It is a very old variety, nati tali, wonderful. I have it in my phone. I don't know where my phone is. I really want people to have this experience. It's amazing. It's amazing. You feel blessed when you see that happens, you know. Every day morning after working, I come and see that it is still this much. And the next day I go, it is this big. I wish I was sitting in front of it all the time. All the time I should sit in front of it. Next time I want to grow, and I want to sit when that stage comes, I have to forget everything and just watch that. Just watch that pumpkin grow. I mean, amazing. I cannot imagine how it happens. And these are the things that we have robbed from our experiences. It's just so wonderful to see that happen. And so these kinds of thrilling experiences we need to provide to our kids. Sadly, we ourselves have not. See, I have been doing this for the last 20 years, talking about nature, growing nature, this, that, and all that. So I used to always remember my grandmother. She used to be so happy when that pumpkin, the pumpkin saru and foxtail millet rice, she used to cook. So tasty. I was a small boy. When I used to go from my native Produtturu to village where my grandmother used to be there. It's a small village. So I used to wait for the holidays just to eat that. And the other side, my father's side, there is another place, they used to grow kodo millet, arka. There, she used to make brinjal curry with kodo millet. So these were the things that I used to wait for my holidays. The moment holidays come, I go there and that's how I spend. All the time the 10 months I am living in place thinking of pumpkin, saru and foxtail millet. That's how I grew up. And these are the beautiful feelings, experiences, and everyone should have this. That's what I feel now. Oh God, I wish I had more of such experiences. Because it's always food. You ask your kids, even now they say, oh, masala dosa ali chenagirutte. Vidyarthi Bhavan Masala Dosa. We go for it. So the human race has not changed. It will be like this all the time, I am telling you. If you go back to Soligaru in Bear Hills, they will also tell the same. Oh, allige hodaga alli halsinannu chenagirutte. They are not cooking, but they will go to that particular place only and then take halsina. There are a lot of halsinannu trees, but those guys will remember only that because they have eaten everywhere and they didn't find that particular taste in that particular tree. So human race has not changed. It will not change because this stupid thing from mouth to anus is the same. And we are robbing ourselves this wonderful, beautiful, this is mind-blowing. These experiences are beyond spirituality according to me. Moksha yarig beko? This is the moksha. So once this is satisfied, then you think of moksha. Only then you think of moksha. So these are the things that we need to live for, and we need to make our kids' life enlightened with this kind of wonderful experiences. And we are all missing that. And this hurry-burry life of cities is not only robbing these wonderful experiences, and a city like Bangalore is consuming everything. It's a devil. Consumes everything, including your life. You don't know you exist. Just to travel from this to place, it's only 5 kilometers. You take 2 hours. Earlier I used to travel 5 kilometers walking in 2 hours when I was a small boy. So, big deal being in a city. So you have all big cars, big roads, big things, but still you are not going to travel. So we need to decentralize ourselves both in thought and action. So directly and indirectly I am telling you guys, leave this place. Go back to villages. And that's where we have healthy societies. Of course, we need to transcend these difficulties. We need to dismantle these centralized processes, centralized living systems. We need to find ourselves being part of nature, not consuming nature. Thank you very much.